Back here at Clarence High School, third quarter just about set to get going from Clarence, and it's between the Clarence Red Devils and Frontier Falcons. 21-0 Clarence is our score as we get set for the third quarter. For Frontier, they actually played pretty well in the first half, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They just gave it away at inopportune times, and Clarence was able to take advantage, but neither team scored in the second quarter. So for Frontier, they're actually moving the football. They had it deep in Clarence territory on 3 of their possessions. They just couldn't come away with any points. They'll need to change that trend, and they may be able to do so if they hope to come back here in the second half. But it will be Clarence who gets the ball first, as Frontier had the ball to start the game. So it's imperative that they don't give up any more points here for the Falcons. They got to find a way to keep Clarence off the scoreboard. Frontier from left to right will kick it down the field. They're in their road purples with the white trim. Meanwhile, Clarence in their home blacks with the red helmets. John Kruba taking you through this one. So settle back, and we should be in store for a good second half. Clarence and Frontier, Section 6 football. Kick is in the air. It's on a bit of a line. Knuckleball of a kick, but they field it. Clarence does it across the 10, up to the 15, to the 20, spins off a defender at the 25, takes it near sideline across the 30, and is finally wrapped up and taken down the open field at the Clarence 32. So that'll be a nice return of 28 yards there. And we'll see where they mark it on forward progress. So for Frontier, right there, they had a couple of chances to actually bring the returner down, a couple different opportunities, and were unable to do so. Clarence was able to break free, and now they'll have decent field position, but a flag came in late, and now we're going to get a call down on the field. Let's hear what the call is. And that was a holding call, and boy, that came in really late. So Clarence not going to get the good field position that they thought they were going to. Instead, the penalty moves them back to their own 21. Ball on the left hash. Garrett White going to work with 3 receivers out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap, hand it off near side for Norton. Breaks free of a couple defenders up to the 25. A burst across the 30, and he'll be taken down at the Clarence 32. So a nice gain there to open up this second half. Again, Norton just simple play off left tackle. Found himself some nice running room and picks up a decent chunky yardage on the play. And they're going to say on forward progress, that's about a gain of 10. So that's going to move the sticks. So for the Red Devils, nice job on their first play. They get another first down. For the Falcons that time, give credit to the cornerback. That was number 59, Ryan Bednaz, on the stop. Just underway second half action. 21-0 Clarence over Frontier, our score. And they're going to officially spot the ball on the right hash mark of the Clarence 32-yard line. So for Clarence, a big difference in that first half. They had 9 first downs. Frontier had 6 of them. And so far here in the second half, Clarence is the first one to move the sticks in the second half. White going to work shotgun, 1 receiver left, 5 on the line for Frontier. And now a snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle again for Norton. High jumps over a defender, takes it to the near sideline, and picks up maybe 3 on the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 here for the Red Devils. So for Frontier on that play, another big stop there from number 34, Hayden Carter. He already has 5 tackles on the night. White going to work from under center, 2 receivers left. And now he'll hand it off up the middle. There goes Norton on the run across the 40. Near sideline 45, and is taken down across the Clarence 46-yard line. Boy, he really has afterburners, Norton does. Once he finds that open field in that seam, he just takes off. picks up 7 yards on the carry, and that's going to be enough to move the sticks. Another first down, Clarence. Red Devils already with 3 first downs on this drive. Ball on the left hash of the Red Devils' 46-yard line. White going to go from under center. Frontier showing blitz with 5 on the line. The snap. They pitch it off Norton across midfield. He'll high step his way into Frontier territory and take it down at the Falcons' 48. Once again, Bednaz on the stop for Frontier, as this will bring up second down and 5 for the Red Devils. Right now, Clarence really working on the ground and pound game. Of the 9 plays already on this drive, 7 have been runs. White from under center, 1 receiver either side. Again, they're going to pitch it back off to Norton across the 45. Has some running room and gets out to the Frontier 43. And we'll see if that's enough to move the chains, and it looks like it is. And indeed it is. So on forward momentum, they give him a gain of 5. So that'll be another first down for Clarence as they continue to move the ball into Frontier territory at the Falcons' 42. White again going to align under center. 1 receiver right, and a bit of a high snap, but they get it down, and they'll hand it off to Norton, but nowhere to go that time. Barely gets back to the line off right tackle, and this will bring up second and 10 for Clarence. With 8.5 to play here, third quarter, Clarence with the 21-0 advantage over Frontier. Big Section 6 matchup. Frontier coming in with a record of 2-0 with 2 consecutive home wins against Will North and Hutch Tech. Meanwhile, for Clarence, they come in with a record of 1-1, although coming off a 21-0 shutout defeat at the hands of Orchard Park last week. And now we have a timeout on the field, so we'll step aside. 8:40 to go here, third quarter. Clarence on the move, up by 21 and looking for more. Back here at Clarence High School, third quarter, 21-0 Red Devils with 8:42 to go over Frontier. Clarence still has the football in Frontier territory. Ball placed center of the field at the Frontier 41-yard line. They're going to go with Garrett White under center. 2 backs in the backfield. And it's a 4-3 look this time for the Falcons. Snap, they pitch it off near side. There goes Raymond across the 40, up to the 35. Nice deke to get to the open field, across the 30, and he's taken down hard at the Frontier 29. Nice run there as he got away from a couple defenders. Deked a defender almost out of his cleats that time and picked up a nice chunk yardage for Clarence. You can see Red Devils starting to pick up the tempo. They're running it fast paced and they're having success with it. As again, they're under center. White flips it off again, Norton, but this time nowhere to go near side. Credit to the Falcons defense ripping him up immediately. Nowhere to run, and this will bring up second down. For Frontier, that time it was number 50, Conrad Kristen, as he stayed with them that time to the near sideline and brought him down. That was a great individual defensive effort. For Clarence, a second down here. Clock continues to run, 7.5 to go. Quarter number 3, and our score, Red Devils 21, Frontier no score. Clarence with the football on the left hash of the Frontier 31-yard line. White going to work out of the shotgun, third time in the last 4 plays. From the max protect and Norton in the backfield. The snap, fakes the give, rolling right. He's in trouble and he loses the ball, but he falls on it. Down he goes all the way back at the Frontier 47-yard line, as that play was almost a major disaster for the Red Devils. Give Frontier credit. They just came with everything on that, on the blitz, and that was number 75, Christopher Shea, who got to the quarterback, White, who did lose the ball, but he quickly dived on top of it. But this is going to be very long now for Clarence. A huge defensive play for Frontier. For the Red Devils, ball on the left hash. That's going to be a loss of 16 yards on the sack. Ball at the left hash of the Frontier 47-yard line. White with 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Empty backfield. The snap. White going to take off up the middle. Near sideline across the 45. Gets out to the 43, but that's as far as he'll go. As for Frontier, that time it was going to be number 44, Jack Novak, on the stop. So with a 4th and long, Clarence will be forced to punt it away, and that was a big defensive series there for the Falcons. They absolutely could not give up any more points, and they didn't thanks to the pressure they sustained, and now Clarence to punt it away. For the Red Devils, it is Hunter McCoskey on to boot it away for the Red Devils, right to left down the field. Wind at his back. And now we have another stoppage of play here. Another timeout, it looks like, with 6.5 to go. Third quarter, and Clarence up by 3 scores. So as they do that, we will step aside. 21-0 Clarence is the score. Back here in Clarence High School, score 21-0 Clarence with 6:32 to go in the third quarter. Red Devils are set to punt it away off the timeout. McCoskey to do it, right to left down the field. And it's a high snap, but they control it, and they will punt it away down the far sideline. Lands it around the 20, takes a big hop across the 15, and it'll be touched down at around the Frontier 13-yard line. So the Falcons again pinned deep in their own end, but that's where they'll take over. First and 10 at their own 13. So for Frontier, as we're getting to the latter stages of the third quarter, the Falcons really have to find a way to put at least 3 points on the board on this possession. They're already looking at an uphill climb as it is at 21-0. They got to find a way to just keep generating the momentum they've had on the last couple drives, but this time they need to finish off the drive and get some points. Again, 6.5 to go, third quarter, 21-0 Clarence is the score. Suzuki going to go from under center. Falcons line up. They'll hand it off straight up the middle, and Carter will fight his way forward. Not a whole lot of running room there. Pickup of 2 on the play. Second down. For Clarence, that was Connor McDougall who came across from the right edge to make the play. For Frontier, we'll see if they start to do what Clarence has been doing, which is pushing the pace, the up-tempo type of offense. Frontier hasn't really gone to that. Clarence has had success when they've done it. We'll see if Frontier now matches suit, down by 3 touchdowns. Suzuki, as he will take it back, feeds it right up the middle for Carter, across the 25, and gets out to about the Frontier 27, so a nice running burst there, and this will bring up a third down here on the play. So another big play. Falcons really need to find a way to get the first down here and keep the drive alive. Falcons going to work again. Suzuki set from under center. He's got one receiver wide right. And now they'll hand it off straight up the middle, fight their way forward, and it looks like this will be enough to move that pile forward as they kept driving and got up to the Frontier 33. So that'll be a pickup of 6 on the play. First down, Falcons. Good, tough run that time. Carter just up inside, worked his way across the defensive front of Clarence, and moved the sticks for the Falcons. So for Frontier, controlling it, Suzuki again from under center. One receiver right and one flanked out to the left of the formation. Monaco in motion. They hand it off straight up the gut. Fights their way across the 35 and gets up to the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 3 on the play. Second down that time for Clarence. There to make the stop in the open field was number 56, Andrew Londos. Clock continues to move. We come up on 4:20 to go here, third quarter, and our score, Clarence, up by 21. Falcons have run 4 consecutive running plays. They've only had 1 pass so far in this drive. We'll see if they start to air it out more, especially getting late now in the third quarter. Suzuki from under center, one receiver wide left, 2 to the right. The snap and an end around to the far side. Gallagher up across the 40, turns the corner, got room. 45, past midfield, burst into Clarence territory and knocked out of bounds across the Red Devils' 46-yard line. But that's going to be a pickup of 17 yards, more than enough to pick up a first down, Frontier. That was a well-designed end around. That time Clarence was coming with the pass blitz, and instead they just blew that right up with a nice end around for a big gain. First down, Falcons, ball on the left hash of the Clarence 47-yard line. Suzuki going to go from under center. He's got one receiver wide to the right. Monaco again, the motion man. Near side takes the snap. Suzuki takes it himself, but nowhere to go. a spinorama off a defender, but he is bottled up right there immediately. And no gain on the play. Second down, Falcons. That time, Frontier again tried to get Clarence sleeping a little bit, but the Red Devils were right there to snuff out the play. Falcons down the field from left to right. Suzuki again leading his team out of the huddle. Already 3 first downs on this drive for Frontier. Suzuki from under center staring into a 5-man front for Clarence. The snap, they hand it off up the middle. It's Carter again. He'll take the carry across the 45. He is spun around and wrapped up there. Nice gang tackle made that time, led by Scott Raymond for Clarence, and this will bring up third down. One thing you have to give credit to the Falcons and Rich Gray for, they have not abandoned the running game. It might be easy to, down by a couple of scores in the third, but they have stuck true to Carter, and he's been good in the game so far for the Falcons. Suzuki under center, he hands it off again, right up the middle. Carter racing his way through, gets up to about the 41 of Clarence, and we'll see where they spot it. It might be enough to move the chains, and indeed it is. So another first down for the Falcons as they keep the drive alive. Ball on the right hash of the Clarence 41 and officially goes down as a pickup of 5 on the play. For the Falcons, Suzuki leading his team out of the huddle. 4 on the line for the Red Devils. Suzuki takes the snap, looking deep, airs it near side, has a guy, and Gallagher could not control it as it was just out of his reach, but a flag does come in, and it's thrown at around the 15-yard line in the secondary of Clarence's, so we'll see who this is on, but that would have been a walk-in touchdown for Frontier had they completed that. That time, Conrad Ring was the intended recipient. And so here is the call down on the field. And it is a pass interference call going against the Red Devils. So for Frontier, they do pick up the first down. And they're going to move the ball up to the Clarence 25-yard line. So a big break there as the Falcons break the huddle. They have it 1st and 10 at Clarence territory. Red Devils 26. Ball on the right hash. From left to right, the Falcons, they put Monaco in motion. Handoff up the middle, fights his way forward, plows up for a pickup of about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. That time, good rush off the inside interior by Clarence. There to make the stop, it's going to be number 72, Jacob Metzger. Ball on the left hash of the 24-yard line of Clarence. As Suzuki again going to go from under center. Monaco in motion to the right. A keeper himself. Suzuki straight up the middle. Breaks free of a defender. Far side at the 10. He's going to stroll on into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. That play had everybody on Clarence confused. Suzuki started up the middle, rolled off a defender, cut it to the far sideline, and once he hit the 10, he had open grass and just rolled right in, and that is a huge touchdown for Frontier. They finally get on the board. It's now Clarence 21, Frontier 6. For Suzuki, that's going to be a 17-yard scramble for a touchdown. Extra point is up, and no good. He missed it to the far side, so the score going to remain 21-6 Clarence, as it looked like it may have snuck in the near post, but it just curved out to the right, and the extra point, no good. So obviously a little bit of a disappointing PAT attempt there for Frontier, but they still got the touchdown, and it's now 21-6. With 35 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, Clarence 21-6 our score over the Falcons. And so we will step aside again. 35 seconds to play in the third. 21-6 Clarence with a 15-point edge. Back here at Clarence High School. 35 seconds left to play in quarter number 3. Our score, Clarence 21, Frontier 6. Getting on the board on a 22-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Matt Suzuki. However, they did miss the extra point, and it remains a 21-6 game. For Frontier, though, on the drive officially, they went 8 plays, 64 yards in 3 minutes and 53 seconds to get on the scoreboard, and at least now it's a 2-score game. So a lot of time still left, 35 seconds to play in the third, and it's Clarence by 15. Frontier set to boot this away on the kickoff, downfield, left to right. And they boot it straight up the middle. There to take it is Clarence at the 10, near side, 15, cuts the corner, 20, 25, 30. A flag is out, up to the 35, across the 40-yard line, and finally an open field tackle along the near side at the Clarence 43-yard line, but a penalty marker came in, and we'll see who the call is on. That would be nice field position for Clarence if it stands, but we will get the call, and I think this one might be coming back. And indeed, it is a holding call on the kick return, so for Clarence, instead of having it at their own 43, it backs them all the way up to their own 15-yard line, ball on the left hash. So a costly flag that time for the Red Devils, but they still are protecting a 21-6 lead. White going to break the huddle. He'll line up under center. One receiver to the left. And now they'll pitch it far side for Norton. He's on the run across the 15, up to the 20, spins off another defender, gets up to the 25, and he'll dive down at the Clarence 26. Down on contact. That'll be a pickup of about 7 on the play. We'll see if Clarence tries to get another playoff before the end of the third quarter as we're inside 12 seconds left to go. And it looks like Clarence is just content to go ahead and let the clock wind down, and that's what they're going to do. So that is the last play of the third quarter. We have reached the end of 3 here in Clarence. Our score, Clarence Red Devils 21, Frontier Falcons 6. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.